So with Valentine's Day coming up, I decided to do a video on 2 types of things that really happen really often during this season. This beautiful, festive, love-infected season. Infected, maybe not the right word to use right now, but one of them is love bombing, and the second one is ghosting. So I'm going to use this video to explain to you guys, first of all, what is love bombing and what is ghosting, for those who have no idea what I'm talking about. I bet you've done some of them, and I'm sure it's been done to you too. They are considered types of emotional abuse, but I find that Valentine's Day is the optimal day for narcissists and toxic people to drop the NFL bomb. Basically, the narcissist love bomb. So let's see if you've been bombarded. By the way, if you have no idea who I am, my name is Olympia. I have a degree in cognitive neuroscience and art history. And what I like to do, every Thursday, I like to dissect that pretty little brain of yours to see what makes you tick, but also what makes you talk. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, and let's see what Valentine's Day has in store for us. So first of all, love bombing. Love bombing is a beautiful technique that involves basically a narcissist or a person that is an abuser to pull out all the big cards. Now, usually this happens in the beginning of a relationship. I believe it can happen throughout a relationship, and it's when the person bombards you with all the classic movie-like signs of love. So the incessant texts, the phone calls, the emails, the flowers, the chocolates, the expensive gifts, the constant attention, the public displays of affection. They're pulling out so many cards that you are literally wondering what the hell Nicholas Sparks is, because your romance, your life is a freaking movie, and you're like, this needs to go on the big screen. Love bombers will convince you that what you have is so special, so unique, so soulmates, that the person would jump in front of a bus for you, and they don't even know you that well. Now, I'm not knocking off true love and the intensity of falling in love, God forbid. I think we've all gone through this, especially at a younger age where we're more susceptible to this feeling of, oh, he's the one. But you can really tell that it's love bombing, unfortunately, when the honeymoon phase goes away. So usually after the honeymoon phase, even though we kind of miss the constant attention, the emails, the intensity of the feelings, the fact that you feel like you can't breathe and intoxicated with all these lovey feelings. Usually after the honeymoon stage, you are left with something that is love, trust, respect, all the good foundations for a healthy relationship. But when a person is love bombing you, aside from the fact that you may find that your relationship has progressed much faster than it should have, considering the time you know each other, considering the time that you spend together, once you start not giving them the attention that they believe they deserve, they will lash out. They will start showing their true colors. And you can really tell that when, for example, you decide to spend time with your friends or your family, and the person will make you feel guilty for it. Will make you feel that you should be spending all their time with them. And because I love that beautiful brain of ours, love bombing is a type of conditioning. It's a type of reinforcement. Now, for those who don't know what conditioning is, it's basically a way to alter and be able to control a person's feelings, thoughts, and behavior. It started out really simple. So it started out with Pavlov's dogs. When the dogs did something nice, I'm sure you do this to your pets too. When the dogs do something nice, you give them a treat. So they understand that positive attitude brings in a positive effect. They get the treat. Now with love bombing, it's the opposite. So they've bombarded you with all the positive stuff, even though you never asked for it. But the moment you decide to do something that doesn't really fit what they want, they will use negative conditioning. So they will do sometimes the push-pull technique, where when you do something bad, they will act out and lash out in a bad way, in a negative way, which makes you feel that that behavior shouldn't be repeated. And you end up doing whatever the other person is because you were craving to go back to that person that you fell in love with. But the mask is off, and that person, unfortunately, harsh truth time, probably was never there, and they just put on a show for you so they can bring you in, and you are their prey. And it's hard to come to that realization and understand that that's what they were doing, because you've invested yourself emotionally in everything. But you will soon understand, by the fact that you are craving to go back to that person that you met in the beginning, and you're like, who the hell is this person I'm with now, that you'll understand that you are being love bombed. And of course, when you start altering your behavior to fit someone else's needs, and when suddenly any negative behavior, anything bad you do, talk back to them, lash out at them, neglect or forget to call them back, all these are negative behaviors. So suddenly you've gone from the beginning of the relationship where you're like, I'm walking on sunshine, yeah, to I'm walking on eggshells, no, and it doesn't feel good. So yeah, that was my singing abilities. But it just makes you feel like suddenly you are craving for the person that you fell in love with, or that basically love bombed you, and the person's not really there. Now that's love bombing for Valentine's Day. But obviously it happens like throughout the year. It's just Valentine's Day is like the perfect time to like throw those chocolates and those flowers and that love. The second one is ghosting. And sometimes love bombing can come with ghosting. Ghosting is basically a form of social rejection. You start dating this person, you open up to them. It could be even after 1 or 2 dates. It could be even in a relationship. And then the person goes MIA. Like they show no sign of that you existed, or that whatever you had was true. They block your calls, they block your messages, they delete from social media, and you're kind of left with the idea of, okay, what the hell just happened? And ghosting is a type of emotional abuse, because the person basically is filled with self-doubt, insecurities, and worst of all, they don't get closure, because they don't get to say, F you, or why do you not want to continue with this relationship, or what went wrong. All these thoughts, all these statements that you're able to discuss with the person that you're breaking up with are what give people closure. But the thing is that to see it from the person that has that is ghosting, usually ghosting stems from the fact that these people fear conflict. They don't want to have to deal with the other person's emotions and feelings. So it's much easier for them to just go MIA and not have to explain why. So this is what I found interesting. A survey that was done, I think in 2014, showed that more women are willing to admit that they have ghosted men than men will admit that have ghosted women. It's just a bit of psychology there for you, gender differences. So these are the two types, I feel, the most prevalent types that are going on during Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, guys, it's coming up. Because I think that people feel like after Valentine's Day, it's much more easy to ghost the other person, whereas there's this like pressure during Valentine's Day to have a person. And for those who want to love bomb, it's like the ultimate excuse, the perfect day out there to be able to throw all the magic cards, all the romance cards. So let me know in the comments below if you have been ghosted on, or if you have done ghosting. I know it's not something nice to admit. I have ghosted people because I'm human, and sometimes I was really afraid of that conflict. I'm not proud of it. So yeah, let me know below if you've been ghosted or been ghosted on, and let me know your experience with love bombing. Also, don't forget, click that subscribe button, help a girl out by ringing that bell for your weekly Thursday videos, and give me a huge thumbs up to make mama algorithm love me. But mostly important, guys, share this video as a Valentine's Day present to anyone that needs to know what is ghosting and what is love bombing. And that's it, folks.